Are you looking for the best 65-inch TVs? In this video we will look at some of the best 65-inch TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samsung XR-65A95L. The best 65-inch TV we've tested is the Samsung XR-65A95L, commonly known as the S90C. It's an impressive TV that delivers fantastic picture quality and looks amazing with any content. Its QD OLED panel provides a perfect contrast ratio, with no distracting blooming around bright objects, and its colors are incredibly vibrant and realistic. It gets extremely bright, so highlights in HDR stand out well, and with its fantastic reflection handling, it can easily overcome glare in a bright room. Unfortunately, it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR, it instead supports HDR10+, a similar, albeit not as widespread, HDR format. Otherwise, it's a fantastic TV with a great selection of extra features. It supports Bixby and Amazon's Alexa voice assistants, and its Tizen operating system is fast and easy to use. It's a fantastic TV for console gamers looking to get the most out of their Xbox Series X or PS5. It's also perfect for gamers wanting to take advantage of their recent PC GPU, as it supports 4K at 144Hz gaming on all 4 HDMI ports and variable refresh rate (VRR) technology to help reduce screen tearing. If you're looking for something even better, the Samsung S95C OLED is Samsung's 2023 flagship option and is an amazing TV. It's brighter than the S90C, but for most people, it's not worth the significant price premium over its lower-tier sibling. At number 2. Sony XR-65A95L. Although it's more expensive than the Samsung S90C OLED, if you want the best possible home theater experience, the Sony XR-65A95L is a better choice. While it uses a QD OLED panel like the Samsung model, it has much better image processing, and its colors and brightness are more accurate overall, so it displays content the way its creator intended. It also supports Dolby Vision HDR, a more widely used HDR format than Samsung's HDR10+. If you like to game, it's also a fantastic gaming TV, with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its HDMI ports, VRR support, and very low input lag, even though it's a bit higher than on the Samsung. Unfortunately, one of its HDMI 2.1 ports is also the eARC port, so you'll need to work around that if you have multiple HDMI 2.1 devices. If you want to enhance your home theater setup with a surround sound system, you'll also be happy to know it supports audio pass-through for all common formats. It runs the Google TV interface with a sleek look and an easy-to-use menu. It has a massive selection of streaming apps, and the TV's built-in mic supports hands-free voice control, so you can easily find your favorite streaming shows, even when you can't find the remote. If you want a Sony TV for the best home theater experience but find the A95L too expensive, consider the Sony A80L/A80CL OLED. It's a step down in overall brightness and color vibrancy due to its OLED panel. However, it's still an amazing TV, with great processing and advanced audio and video format support. At number 3. Sony XR-65X93L. If you prefer an LED TV, consider the Sony XR-65X93L. You don't get the same perfect black levels as on the Sony A95L OLED or the Samsung S90C OLED, instead, it uses mini LED backlighting, allowing it to get very bright. With its excellent reflection handling, you won't have issues using it in a well-lit room, even with bright lights. If you prefer using it in a dark room, it still has an amazing contrast ratio, and its mini LED backlighting provides a good local dimming feature that further deepens blacks. It also supports Dolby Vision HDR and advanced DTS audio formats for an optimal home theater experience. It has great motion handling that makes fast-moving content look smooth. Plus, the TV has no issues upscaling lower resolution content, which is ideal for watching content from a cable box. Like the Samsung TV, it has a great selection of extra features, and gamers will appreciate its low input lag and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth for 4K at 120Hz gaming. Unfortunately, like the A95L, it has only 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, one of them being the eARC port, so this requires some planning if you have multiple HDMI 2.1 devices. It supports HDMI 4M VRR and GSANC, so VRR works with any source. It's available in 3 sizes, from a 65-inch size to a huge 85-inch model, and all sizes deliver incredible picture quality. For those with deep pockets, the Sony X95L is the best LED TV on the market but is only available in an 85-inch size in North America. Plus, as amazing as it is, it's not worth the price increase over the X93L for most people. At number 4. LG OLED 65B3 PUA. If you want something cheaper but still want high-end features and great performance, a mid-range TV like the LG OLED 65B3 PUA, or LG B3 OLED, is an excellent choice. It's a great mid-range TV and can be an excellent entry point into the OLED market. The TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED, but the B3 is dimmer and has only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. Its built-in WebOS platform is just as fast on this lower-tier model, and it still has very good image processing, so it has no issues upscaling lower-resolution content if you watch DVDs, cable boxes, or Blu-rays. It also has Dolby Vision HDR and supports DTS advanced audio formats, which is great for physical media as it tends to use DTS for their audio tracks. Its viewing angle is fantastic, so viewers can watch the TV from all over the room without degrading their viewing experience. Like the C3, this TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. This TV is also great for gaming, as it's compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and extremely low input lag. Its 2 HDMI 2.1 ports have up to 4K at 120Hz support, although unfortunately, like on the Sony X93L, one of its HDMI 2.1 ports also doubles as the TV's eARC port, leaving you with only one high-speed port if you have a soundbar connected through eARC. At number 5. Hisense 65U7K. If you want high-end performance but don't want to spend high-end prices, check out the 65-inch Hisense 65U7K. It's cheaper than anything recommended up to this point but delivers picture quality that is almost as good as the more expensive choices. It has a great mini LED backlight, letting it simultaneously provide incredibly bright highlights and deep blacks, with barely any blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. HDR content looks great, and it supports both Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10+ for the best HDR experience possible, as well as advanced audio formats, like DTS DeX over eARC, for the best sound when watching content on physical media. And just like the more expensive LG TVs, the U7K has very good image processing overall, making it a cheaper standout for a home entertainment setup. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is subpar, making it a bad choice for a wide seating arrangement. It runs the Google TV interface, which is fast and easy to use, and it has a great selection of streaming features, so you're sure to find your favorite shows. It's great for gaming thanks to its Dolby Vision HDR 120Hz support and 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, both capable of up to 4K at 144Hz gaming with VRR. This makes the TV a standout choice for PC gamers with powerful rigs and fully compatible with recent consoles. If you love this TV but want it to be even brighter, consider the Hisense U8K, which is just a much brighter U7K. At number 6. Hisense 65U6K. If money is a bit tighter, the Hisense 65U6K is the best budget 65-inch TV we've tested. It's a step down in performance from the Hisense U7K because it doesn't get as bright, so highlights don't pop as much, and colors aren't as vibrant due to the TV's lower peak brightness. However, it still delivers surprisingly good picture quality, especially for its price range. Its excellent contrast ratio makes blacks look deep and inky in dark rooms, with some but not excessive blooming around bright highlights. It also has good peak brightness and SDR with decent reflection handling, so it's a great choice for a brighter room. It's bright enough in HDR for a pleasant viewing experience, and just like its bigger sibling, it supports both HDR10+ and Dolby Vision HDR, although it doesn't support advanced DTS audio formats. It's a well-equipped TV with a great selection of smart features and a few gaming perks. Its image processing is significantly worse than on the more expensive Hisense, so there's visible digital noise when watching low bitrate content from streaming platforms. Still, it's a great TV for gaming, as it has superbly low input lag and variable refresh rate support for a responsive, nearly tear-free gaming experience. While it has a lower 60Hz refresh rate than the 120Hz on the U7K, it's still a great gaming TV with a fast response time, low input lag, and variable refresh rate (VRR) support that works well with the PS5 and Xbox Series X.